to visit a brother of mine, one of the successful immigrants in Canada. So let's go together. Hello, my brother.
Hi, Taiwo.
Wow.
It's a snowing day today.
Honestly.
It's good to meet you there, and thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Please, can we meet you, please?
Thank you so much, Taiwo. I appreciate the fact that you came into my home today, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
My name is Olusegun Adeniyi Onabanjo. I'm a qualified accountant, and I'm also a certified system auditor, and I'm the immediate past financial secretary of Nigerian Canadian Association of New Brunswick. Wow. And I appreciate, I'm also thankful for the fact that I was given the opportunity to serve the community at that capacity for 3 years. Wow. And we have contributed so much to the community in terms of helping people to file tax since I came into Canada, and I'm enjoying my stay here in Canada.
Wow, thank you so much for that information. Tell us about your immigration process and why you decided to come to Canada.
It's actually my idea that I want to move to Canada, okay, even before I got married.
Okay.
But something leads to another thing. I couldn't actualize that dream until after I got married. So when I got married, okay, I decided to rekindle that move again, or that vision again, to move abroad. And I was resolute about where I want to go. Was focused on Canada, and all my effort was towards that goal. Looking back today, I appreciate God that I was able to realize that. And if you want to move to Canada, what do? There are certain procedures, there are certain criteria you need to meet for you to move to Canada. And I was doing each step at the time religiously, focusing on the ball. There was frustration along the way, and I knew what I wanted. There are several routes, okay, but I'm going to just focus on two, which is becoming a permanent resident. So, and becoming a permanent resident, you could either go through provincial nominee, which is like a 2 steps, or go through the express entry. Now, because of the law in Canada, immigration law in Canada, it's only the federal government that can issue a permanent resident visa or any other visa, okay, like that. Okay. Now, because of the competition within our express entry system, and many people will not also meet the criteria or the score, so they prefer to go through provincial nominee, which I was one of them at that point. At that point, my score was not competitive enough to be able to get express entry nomination. So okay, I had to go through the province. Okay. And which of those province do I need to go through? As at that point, New Brunswick came to light. The information session around the world organized by New Brunswick. Okay. Or you have a family here. Out of those 4, I can only qualify for one because I don't have a family here. I have no school and all of that. But going around the world, I think I should be able to meet that. And I attended an information session in Dubai in 2018. And after that, my name was registered with them, and we needed to file in for expression of interest. Once you do that, you need to also go through the normal emailing system with the subject and all of that. So if you don't do that, then you may not get the nomination. So I did all of that. Okay. And to summarize that, I got the nomination. Wow. So when I now got the nomination, it then means that I now need to move further to IRCC stage, which is the express entry, to be able to get the permanent resident visa. And we did that. Our visa was processed in Accra visa office, and after 8 months, it was becoming frustrating. Wow. We were also thinking that we might not get the visa because it's becoming very, it was taking eternity. Wow. But after 8 months, we got it. And we moved to Canada in July 2019.
Moved to Canada as a permanent resident?
Yes, we got a permanent resident right from Nigeria. But they will confirm it once you land. Oh. But you have everything, the COPR, everything is with us. We have the visa, which was single entry visa and all of that. So what you are coming to do at the point of entry is just for them to stamp or that you are now a permanent resident of Canada, and you needed to do that for you to be able to fully become a permanent resident.
What are the challenges you face as a new immigrant?
Yeah, so there are a lot of challenges, and most of those challenges are surmountable, and they are just part of the process of you acclimatizing or you adapting to a new home, a new environment. One of them is language barrier. Not because you can't speak English. For example, come may mean something else here, and what you are intending is quite different from what the person is hearing or what the person feel you are talking about. So at that point, we needed to start learning how to pronounce certain words.
Oh yeah.
The communal life we live in Nigeria is not here. Every man is for himself. That send out your resume. Those names are names that they are not familiar with, and because they are not familiar with those names, that alone gives you away, because they don't know you, they don't see you, they only see. Most time give a feedback that will say, sorry, we are moving on. Not because you don't have the skill they need. You needed a Canadian experience, and as a newcomer, who want to give you a Canadian experience? So, and if you don't have that Canadian experience, it was becoming very difficult to even get a job.
Wow.
And the beauty is that once you get that Canadian experience with any Canadian company, corporation, or so to speak, then you already have it. Now, when I came, I would say I was part of those people that didn't hit the ground running.
Tell us much about your business.
I have a registered business, and it's Protocols Professional Services. And set out to do is accounting services, taxation, and then other ancillary services. I volunteer for CPA in Brunswick. I also volunteer for RCCG, Cornerstone Chapel in Mountain. And what we do is helping people, mostly the newcomers, to file tax.
In Canada, you can't do without filing your tax. I know we do that every year.
Every year, you are expected to file your tax,
Okay.
which is employment income that falls under Income Tax Act. Now, as an employee, the government expected you, Government of Canada or Canada Revenue Agents expected you to file your tax. And we also call it self-assessment system, wherein you submit your tax or you submit your tax return, you assess yourself, you tell the government this is what you make in the year, this is to pay for tax, this is what you have paid, if you are owing government you pay, and all of that. Now, the reason why they call it self-assessment is that you are the one that will assess yourself. Okay. Even though they will still review it, but you will assess yourself. And what do? By February of that month, you should have gotten your T4, which comprises what you make with a certain employer within that year. You should get that, and you have several other things like a child care, like every other thing, maybe donations to charity organization. Okay. You need to have gotten that, but the prominent one is your T4. You need to get your T4, and by law, by February 28th of that year, the employer must, by law, issue you a T4 to be able to file your tax. And you're expected to do that last day in April 30th. You're expected to have filed your tax as income earner. Now, for self-employed, that one you're expected, I think it's June 15th, you needed to have filed your tax. Because if you don't file it, then you won't benefit from such credit or benefit you are supposed to enjoy within the year.
Are you thinking of filing your tax? You don't know how to go about it, and you're a new immigrant to Canada? You can reach out to him through permanent resident.
Yeah.
Are you not a Canadian citizen?
Yes, to the glory of God, but for you to get to that point, you need to fulfill some certain criteria, which we also fulfilled when we came in. We contributed to the economy, we filed our taxes on time, we never engaged anything, we met the criteria. At the end of the day, we were pronounced being a Canadian citizen.
How thankful are you to the federal government and to the New Brunswick government?
Very thankful to the Canadian government and New Brunswick government for giving us the nomination.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the trust they have in us. So thank God that we are reneged on that belief they had in us. And I also look forward to contributing to the economy of the province and the country at large. So I am very grateful for them to have an open arm to receive us when we came in.
Once again, I can but say thank you to my wonderful brother. Thank you for the opportunity. Please don't forget to subscribe to Tiban's channel. Support it.
And I appreciate your time today.
Thank you, my
Please
brother.
subscribe to Tiban's channel on
Thank
YouTube.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I really love the idea, and
Thank
please
you,
keep
sir.
it up. And
Thank
I believe you are going places.